இது நம்ம ஐயா கோச்சிங் சென்டர். வாங்க படிக்கலாம்.
இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்தா லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க, சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க. Thank you.
Today's class we will see Mendelism. What is Mendelism? That is experiments performed by Mendel on genetics and also description of mechanism of hereditary process and also formulation of principle are known as Mendelism. So what is Mendelism? Experiment performed by Mendel on genetics and also description of mechanism. Description of mechanism and formulation of principle is known as Mendelism. Mendel postulated various experimental laws in relation of genetics. The man Mendel was born on July 22, 1822 at Heizendorf in Austria. Then he worked in Augustinian monastery. Augustinian monastery as a monk at Brunn City, Austria. Then 1857 he started his experiments on heredity. Which plant? No, pea plant, that is Pisum satirum. His experimental work continued on pea plant till 1863. Then the results of the experiments were published in the Science Journal. That is, the journal is Nature for Schneiderian. That is the journal. That is Nature for Schneiderian in 1865. The journal was in German language and the journal was published by Natural History Society of Brno. A paper of Mendel by the name Experiment in plant hybridization is also published in this journal. See, Mendel was unable to get any popularity because no one understood him. He died in 1884 without getting any credit of his work. After 16 years of Mendel's death in 1900, Mendel's postulates were rediscovered by three scientists independently. First one, Carl Correns. That is, Mendel's postulates were rediscovered by three scientists independently. First one is Carl Correns. That is Germany. Experiment on maize. The next one is, second one is Hugo de Vries, Holland. Experiment on evening primrose. Then he published the Mendel's result in 1901 in Flora magazine. in Flora magazine. Then third one, Erich von Schermark. Erich von Schermark. Austria. He belongs to Austria. Experiment on different flowering plants. Experiment on different flowering plants. Experiment on different flowering plants. The credit of rediscovery of Mendelism goes to three scientists. Correns gave two laws of Mendelism. Two laws of Mendelism. That is it's called as law of heredity or inheritance or Mendelism. The two laws are first law, that is law of segregation. First law of segregation. Second law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment. See, Mendel's experiment remain, that is hidden. It is hidden for 34 years. Why it was hidden for 34 years? We'll see that. Even Mendel published his work on law of, that is inheritance of characters, in 1865. But for several reasons, these were unrecognized till 1900. Because in 1900, the three scientists, they rediscovered the that is Mendel's postulates independently. Okay, now let us see the reasons why Mendel's experiments remain hidden for 34 years. First, are unrecognized. First reason is, that is, communication was not easy. First reason is what? Communication was not easy. Communication is not easy on those days, and his work could not be widely published. His work could not be easily published. Then the second reason is his concept. What is his concept? Gene. But he used the term factor. Gene. That is, in Mendel's, according to Mendel, gene is the discrete unit that controls the various traits, that is character and the pair of allele, and also which do not blend with each other, was not accepted by his contemporaries because it is apparently continuous variation seen in the nature. Due to variation seen in the nature, it was not accepted. Then third reason is Mendel's approach. He used what? No, mathematics to explain what phenomena? Biological phenomena. He used mathematics to explain biological phenomenon, and it is totally new and unacceptable to many biologists of his time. So finally, though Mendel's work suggested that factors are called as what unit? Discrete units. Factors are called as what unit? Discrete unit. He could not provide any physical proof for the existence of the factor. He could not give any proof for the gene. So only his experiments or his laws, everything was experiments are remained hidden for how many years? 34 years. Okay, in next class we'll see reason for Mendel's success. Thank you.